Hello, myself Ravindra Jankiram Sonar from Sri Gauridat Mittal Vidyalaya, Scientist. I'm, I would like to express my gratitude to our CRC Sawan sir, our resource person Purnima Mane madam, that they have given us all the teachers an opportunity through this platform of TAG to become students once again, to do the activities and experience the golden days of the school. Today, today belongs to science and technology, which has turned the entire universe into a global village. And in this world of science, English has proven its importance as a language of knowledge worldwide. Therefore, our education department has also adopted communicative approach these days. The problems when the grammar translation method was to be followed in the olden days were different, but today's textbook has turned into course book. Our textbook itself is activity based, so while conducting all these activities in the classroom, we the teachers come across many difficulties in the class. So thanks to that, that has really provided useful guidelines how to conduct all these activities. As we know that all the time students, there is a tendency among the students to stay passive, but here we have got some guidelines how to make the classroom lively. First of all, if the teacher wants to make his classroom live, ask them to introduce themselves. Give them guidelines that they have to stand turn by turn, tell their name, their interest, hobby, or what do they want to become. Sometimes we can ask them to describe themselves in a single word, that is adjective. Do not tell them or do not ever use the word adjective. Let them describe themselves, and all the describing word the teacher would write on the blackboard. Then what happens at the end, if the teacher turns that all these describing words are nothing but adjective, it will be a fun to learn for the students. Rather than to follow direct grammar rules, we can adopt this method. Sometimes some students get scared while introducing themselves. So one more important thing that we can ask them to make a pair, introduce their friend on the blackboard. Then what happens at the end, if the teacher turns that all these describing words are nothing but adjective, it will be a fun to learn for the students. Rather than to follow direct grammar rules. So one more important thing that we can ask them to make a pair, introduce their friends, ask your friend their interest, hobby, and dreams, and then they can come forward willingly and very enthusiastically they would like to introduce their friends. One more game that we have learned here is fire on the mountain, run, run, run. It's so fun. We made a circle, and while the song was being played or sung by our monitor, we all the teachers kept running. All of a sudden she would stop and give us certain commands, and we have to act like that. Jump around, turn around, or snap your feet, stamp your feet, snap your fingers. So sometimes we do mistake, and in this way the classroom becomes lively. In different many ways we can use the smartboard. For example, we can show them blurred pictures and ask the student to make a guessing what it can be. Teachers. So here I have learned how in different many ways we can use the smartboard. For example, we can show them blurred pictures and ask the student to make a guessing what it can be. But put one condition before them that they have to describe only in English. So what happens? They keep guessing and many of words that come from them. Or later on we can show them flashcards, different kinds of natural scenes, animals, and ask them to describe. So it's a great fun. Then we can also encourage them to come forward and enact. If we help them with the pronunciation vocabulary, if we tell them ourselves how to use rising falling tone, they also participate very happily and enact, or they participate in dramatization. Last but not the least, here in TAG what we have learned, that how to stay motivated, focused, and being a teacher, stay optimistic. Thank you very